I'm the DA. I was going 55 coming home from work.
55 and a 35.
I don't really care.
Okay.
So you can call Dennis.
Can you please come over here? This is on a traffic stop, ma'am.
Yes, it is. You can call Dennis Kohlmeyer right now.
Okay, I'm telling you why I stopped you. You didn't stop at all. Did you not hear my lights or sirens or anything?
No, I didn't actually. I was on the phone.
Okay, well, you're not supposed to be on the phone while you're driving either.
Yes, I am with the hands-free. Absolutely.
Okay. Why are you so upset at me? I'm doing my job. You just admitted to me that you were going 55 and a 35 on Phillips Road.
Can you please tell him to leave me alone? It's
Officer Christofouli. Can you stay over here, ma'am? This is a traffic. This is a legal traffic stop. Do you have your ID?
No, it's in my purse. Here.
You have your purse right there.
No, this is my lunch. Would you talk to Dennis? This is ridiculous.
She's not complying with any of my commands. Ma'am, do not go inside.
Oh my God.
Ma'am, come outside. You can't just go inside. This is a traffic stop. Here's your phone back.
I understand the law better than you. Would you
953. Can you have a supervisor come to the scene?
No. Get out of my house.
I was right behind you.
Yeah? There were other people on the road too.
Okay, I was directly behind you.
I'm not dealing with you right now.
Can you please step over here?
I'm not going to.
What is the reason you're so against what I'm doing? I'm doing my job. You say you're a DA?
I am the DA.
Okay.
Okay, let me get you my badge. I am the DA of Monroe County.
Just don't understand the hostility towards me. I'm doing my job.
No, you're being...
How am I being...
I am the...
With millions watching and many people benefiting from this program called Indisputable, we just need 1% of the viewers to become a paid member so we can continue to bring this content to you. Now back to the show. A DA, right, a prosecutor, gets pulled over and decides to just not pull over. And then was basically like, yeah, and here it is.
Well, I know it's getting to be a big deal. Jeff's here, so let Jeff take care of it. All right, bye.
Hi.
Hi, I'll talk to Jeff. Jeff.
Okay.
I was just on the phone with the chief.
Okay. I'm the supervisor with her right now, so.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay.
I didn't want to pull over on Phillips Road. It was just, I figured I'd just pull into my driveway.
Okay. Well,
And I called Dennis and I said,
okay.
That's me that they're trying to stop.
Okay.
So that's the end of story.
Okay. But you should know better, right?
I was speeding. I know that.
Okay. So why didn't you just stop like you're supposed to?
Because I didn't feel like stopping on Phillips Road at 5:30.
That's not your choice. You know that.
Well, I made it my choice.
Okay. Well, now you made it a bigger deal than it needed to be.
It's a really bigger deal. And when people start coming, it's a much bigger deal.
Well, you caused that, Sandra. Well, what do you want us to do? Not do our job because it's you?
No, it's fine. I said, write me a ticket. But I was just saying, I was not going to stop on Phillips Road at 5:30.
Okay, well, you broke another law because of that, right? And you should know better.
So write me a traffic ticket.
That's not a traffic ticket. That's an arrestable offense, Sandra. You know this. Why would you not just pull over? You made it a bigger deal than it needed to be. And you knew why you were getting stopped, clearly.
Clearly.
He could have stopped you, had a conversation with you, and been done with it. But now you made it this whole big deal. For no reason.
I mean, come on, Cassandra. We're trying to reason with you here. Cassandra? I mean, why do you make us do all of this? Come to your home. We're still not going to arrest you. We won't do a damn thing about it because we protect the powerful. But I just want to give you a lecture before we leave. Put it up full mask. You should have turned your ass around, Supervisor, if you weren't going to do anything. And I got to say this. Let somebody else lead the police on because it would have been a high-speed chase, even if it was low speed. It had to be high speed given the fact that she was breaking the speed limit. Led the police on a high-speed chase to her home, opened the garage. She done got out of her car. She's on the phone. Where's SWAT? Where's the perimeter? Because I guarantee you by the time you made it to that house, it would have been 10, 15 police officers waiting for you right there if you would have been anybody else. But now she knows the chief. That makes all the difference in the world, obviously. Put it up, man. This is insane. So she is the DA, Sandra Doorley, Webster, New York. The recently released body cam showed Monroe County District Attorney, Sandra Doorley, who was caught speeding and refused to stop just because she said, she made her choice. calling Webster Police Chief. His name is Dennis Coleman, to complain about the a-hole officer. That's what she called the cop, an a-hole officer who pursued her to her home. The interaction occurred last Monday, and since the release of the body cam, local leaders have demanded a probe into her conduct at the traffic stop. Now, I got to say this. It's speculation, yes. You're the DA. You obviously know the police. If you're being pulled over for speeding and nothing else, it's just speeding, pulling over is the easiest decision in the world to make. I happily pull over. Happily. Because you know nothing is going to happen to you. Those are your buddies. So I question, why did you keep going? Why? Speculation? Were you drinking? What was going on that made you lead the police, who obviously would have never written you a ticket or arrested you? What made you go home and not pull over? Questions. All right, put up full mask. This is her ultimate Karen moment right here. Because I made it my choice. Durley admitted in a statement on Thursday that she was driving 55 into 35 along Phillips Road. The DA stated the distance was less than half a mile from her neighborhood. But nonetheless, she called the chief, and you can hear the quote. It says, "Can you please tell them to leave me alone?" And you could just hear the chief saying, "Yeah, I got it. I'll take care of that." In her Thursday statement, she said, and I quote, "Once I realized that the intention of the car was to pull me over, I called the Webster Police Chief to inform him that I was not a threat and that I would speak to the officer at my house down the street. The Webster police officer followed me to my house and issued me a speeding ticket for my speed of 55 into 35. I acknowledged that I was speeding and I accepted the ticket," end quote. In the video, when asked why she didn't stop, the DA said, quote, "I didn't feel like stopping on Phillips Road at 5:30. The officer then replied, "That's your choice. You know that." The officer, "That's not your choice. You know that." The officer then asked, "What do you want us to do? Not do our jobs because of you?" Durley said in a statement she pleaded guilty about 1 p.m. Tuesday and sent the ticket to the Webster Town Court because I believe in accepting responsibility for my actions and no intention of using my position to receive a benefit. She continued, quote, "Nobody, including your district attorney, is above the rule of law, even traffic laws. Anybody who knows me understands without a doubt that I have dedicated my entire 33-year career to the safety of this community and Karenicity." I added the Karenicity part. "My work to ensure the safety and respect of law enforcement is well proven time and time again. I stand by my work and stand by my commitment to the public safety of Monroe County." Put them all up. Sunday, Democratic State Assembly members Sarah Clark, Harry Bronson, Jen Lunsford, and Demond Meeks, and State Senator Samara Brooke released a joint statement condemning the DA, condemning her behavior, and said it was deeply troubling and warranted consequences, that her failure to comply with the stop sets a dangerous precedent, especially considering the potential deadly outcomes of such situations. They stated Durley must be held accountable through and through. Investigation and potential removal from office, even if she resigns, ethical charges should be pursued. And I want to remind everyone why that's important. That's important because she has to prosecute individuals who run from the police. Now, let me tell you something. If I were an attorney in that jurisdiction, I would want every single client who decided to flee from the cops if I was a defense attorney. Why? Because I'm going to bring up every time that the DA who's prosecuting the case, the DA's office who's prosecuting the case, ignored the DA who did the same thing. Because the DA said she was just going home. My client was simply going to his house. His house was 5 miles away, hers was half a mile away. but they were doing the same thing. You see the kind of silliness it sets up in a prosecution or a defense. All 9 members of the Rochester City Council on Saturday evening signed a letter to say to the New York State Attorney, Letitia James, say, listen, there needs to be an investigation for the conduct here. Their letter stated, quote, it is crucial to determine whether her actions during the traffic stop reflect broader issues that could impact the fair administration of justice in Monroe County. I'm just surprised. How did a person like that, I mean, she's clearly a Karen. How did a person like that get elected? Well, you see it in her response. I gotta hand it to her. She's good. We saw the video. We clearly saw what happened. We know she tried to utilize her authority in order to get out of a ticket. And then she makes this statement and twist all the true elements we just saw. And if you think her statement was somewhat effective, understand this. What if there was no video at all? All right. This is a dangerous DA, in my opinion, sir. A Karen with a law degree.
Yeah, I mean, she should be out of a job, plain and simple.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's not just about the law, it's also about entitlement, and it's about white privilege. And this is about as clear as it gets. We have done literally hundreds of videos on Rebel HQ over the last 2 years of people who flee from police and constantly either get roughed up or they get violently taken to the ground, or in some cases they go to their garage and they get killed in their garage because the police think they're reaching for something. There has to be some standard that if you're gonna let this woman go because she's white, because she's female, then you gotta let everybody go. You gotta let everybody drive to their home. If you're not gonna let everybody run away from police and you're not gonna let everybody go to their home and adjudicate their ticket in their home, then you have to hold the same standard for this woman. And the fact of the matter is, this woman should not be there. She should know better. And the fact that she doesn't know better means that she ought to not be the DA. She shouldn't be prosecuting anybody. I support the people in Rochester who are saying, get rid of her.
Yeah, I wonder how many people her office has prosecuted for, driving a little too long after the lights came on.